Can a single film tell the story of a human being, or merely attempt to embellish a legend? When it comes to Michael Jackson, the answer isn't simple, because the truth itself has always been more dangerous than fiction. In an era where biopics have become more like packaged products than genuine works of art, a film about a prominent figure like Michael Jackson presents a significant challenge, not only for its creators, but also for the audience. Because we're not just talking about a successful singer, but a complex human and artistic phenomenon. A man who lived his life under intense scrutiny, caught between myth and accusation, between genius and denial, between expectations and reality. From the outset, expectations were low, and perhaps that was the best thing about this film. Biographies of singers, in particular, suffer from a chronic crisis. How can you tell the story of an artist without complete freedom to tell the truth? How can one portray his rise and fall when the rights holders, whether his family or the production companies, have the power to approve every detail? In Michael Jackson's case, it becomes even more complicated. His songs aren't just background music, they're the very essence of the experience. Their absence would ruin the film, and their inclusion is contingent on approval, and approval means embellishment. This is where most of these films fall into the trap, pleasing the living at the expense of truth. A film that chooses its battles instead of trying to cover everything up, a fatal trap. The film chose a specific angle, the relationship between Michael and his father, Joseph Jackson. This decision, whether artistic or forced, is what saved the film. We're not watching the life of Michael Jackson. We're watching the story of a gifted child who grew up under a harsh authority and spent his life striving to break free from it. The father here isn't just a character. He's a symbol of control, fear, and the psychological pressure that shapes so much of Michael's personality. Through this conflict, the film begins to paint a portrait of the man behind the legend. Narrative. When reduction becomes a strength and a weakness, the film quickly reviews key milestones, the beginnings of the Jackson 5, working with Quincy Jones, the phenomenal success of the album Thriller. But all of that serves as background, not the main storyline. And here the audience is divided. Those who want a concert packed with songs will feel something is missing. And those looking for deep drama will feel the events are too fast-paced. But the film doesn't try to satisfy either side completely. It simply says, this isn't a story of glory. It's a story of the pain it created. Jaafar Jackson, an unexpected surprise. One of the biggest concerns before seeing the film was the casting of Jaafar Jackson. A newcomer playing a legend is a huge risk. But the surprise? The performance succeeds not because it's perfect, but because it's convincing. At first, you feel a kind of unease, but gradually the illusion begins to take hold. Part of it is due to genetic similarity, yes, but more importantly, it's his understanding of the character's nature. The soft, hesitant voice, the shy off-screen presence, and his explosive outburst on top of it all. Here, the film poses an insightful question. Was this Michael's personality or his mask? The defenseless evil father, Coleman Domingo's performance as the father is powerful and terrifying. The film doesn't try to justify him much. Instead, it presents him as an overwhelming force, a wall the protagonist crashes into time and time again. But this portrayal raises an important question. Are we witnessing reality or a biased narrative? Because the real father is no longer there to defend himself. And here lies the dilemma of biographical films. Whoever owns the story owns the truth. a beautiful film but unfinished. The film ends relatively early, almost at the Victory Tour theme song, as if we're only watching the first chapter of a much larger story. The reason is clear. There are forbidden aspects that haven't been explored, whether for legal or production reasons. This makes the film feel more like a rescue effort than a complete vision. But surprisingly, it succeeds in this endeavor. The experience between emotion and reality. If you enter the film as a casual viewer, you might leave feeling it's incomplete. But if you watch it as a Michael Jackson fan, it's a completely different story. Moments like the performance of Billie Jean or the reenactment of some of his famous songs. These aren't just scenes, they're a reenactment of an entire memory. This film doesn't compete with reality. It reenacts it within a cinematic experience. The bottom line, this isn't a great film. And it's not bad either. It's a film that's clever within its means, because it chose to tell a small part of an impossible story. It succeeded in building a clear conflict, delivered a surprising performance from a new protagonist, and created an emotional experience for fans of the legend. But it failed, or wasn't allowed to be complete, and in the end, perhaps this is the fate of any film about Michael Jackson. To come close, but never quite capture the whole truth. Rating 7 out of 10. A good film about a story too great to be told in a single movie.